What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Should I break it?
Hello everyone, and welcome to Veteran Gaming Raid Shadow Legends. I am Aaron. Today we're going to be talking about the Doom Tower, which is possibly my favorite game mode inside of all of Raid Shadow Legends. I'm going to give you a couple of reminders, tips, tricks, whatever you want to call them. We're going to talk everything there is to know about the Doom Tower. First of all, the reason I love Doom Tower is you really get to use your roster. And there's nothing more frustrating, to me at least, inside of a hero collecting RPG like this, that if you collect these heroes and you're not able to use them. You know, there's nothing, you get attached to a hero, you put a bunch of time and resources and effort and energy into them, you play with them, they do a lot for you, and then suddenly they get power crept out and you never see them again. And that's absolutely awful feeling. So I love that Doom Tower gives you opportunities to use more of your heroes, more of your roster, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here in a minute. Let's go ahead and open up the Doom Tower and we'll talk about what it is at the base level. So at the base level here, this is a game mode that allows you to scale up a tower, and the difficulty increases as you go up the levels. There are two game modes here, which is why I moved myself real quick. There is a normal and a hard. Both of them scale all the way up to the final boss at 120. And as you can see here per floor, let me get my head out of the way again, you're going to get some rewards per floor that you defeat. Like level 102 here, you get silver. 104, you get gems. 108, you get energy. At the top portion of every level, you're going to find what you are going to win for defeating that level, which is really nice, right? It's a game mode where you have fun. You get to use a lot of your roster, and you're getting good rewards throughout. I mean, every time you get an energy, gem, silver boost, those are absolutely massive. So we have our normal floors, right? And they are comprised of different heroes, the way you would find almost in like a campaign level, right? You got some epic, some legendary, some rare, and as I said, as you go down the floors here, you're going to see fewer legendary heroes, more rares and epics, and obviously when you get up to the top floors here, it's going to be essentially all legendaries. And when you switch over to hard mode, you're going to find a lot more rares and legendaries than anything else, although, or excuse me, epics and legendaries, although there was a rare. There are still some rares in there. But it's like kale, like the good rares, right? So you're going to scale up the tower here. You're going to get your rewards. And then every 10th level, right after you get through the 5s, right? 45, 55, 65, you're going to get a secret room. And this is really what I was talking about with using the full breadth of your roster. At Secret Room 1 here, you can only use rare champions. Secret Room 2 here, Bannerlord faction only. Secret Room 3, attack champions only, right? So they're asking you to use just one portion of your roster, which is why you don't feed some of those rares and epics that you don't use that often anymore. These secret rooms are really, really vital to not only getting a little bit of resources, but you can actually unlock heroes. Like the very first one you unlock is a really important one, the Archmage Helmet here. This dude is fantastic hero. You should really be putting a lot of effort into Doom Tower, if for no other reason than Archmage Helmet. He is really great. So hold on to your epics and rares, not only for Curse City, which we'll talk about in a later video, but for Doom Tower and the secret rooms, because you really want Archmage Helmet. And once you defeat enough to get Archmage Helmet, it just moves on to the next one. There are more epics and other heroes down the line. Every 10th floor on the even numbers, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, etc., you're going to get one of these mini bosses over here. You know, Nether Spider, Magma Dragon, Scarab King, who I hate, right? That's Scarab King. I hate that dude. And some of these are going to be really, really frustrating, mainly because you don't yet have the heroes to defeat them. Sometimes you just have to be overly powerful, but heroes like the Frostbiter, it's not a power thing. You have to have an HP burner or a block revive champion, and this spider stopped me in Doom Tower and Cursed City multiple times. So thank God I have some HP burners to finally get through this tower, and I am still climbing here. As you can see here, you're getting like epic skill books. Like these are really good rewards for defeating these mini bosses. And then you can farm the mini bosses, and you are going to get materials right here to use in the forge. You got rare ones, and then the higher you go up, you're going to get rare and then epic ones. And then when you go into hard mode, you're actually going to start farming some epic and legendary magma cores and nether eggs. And it depends on what hero or what mini boss you defeat as to what material you're going to get here. And as you can see, once you start getting into like Fatal's got to come from Doom Towers, a really, really good set. Bloodthirst, Guardian, they're all going to take Doom Tower rewards to craft these materials, okay? So you're going to get some really great sets, like Fatal is a huge one down the road. So they're very important that you're farming these, not only to get those materials, but once you come in here into your advanced, every single day, I don't think I've ever seen one there wasn't. 5 silver keys in Doom Tower is one of your advanced quests, and advanced quests are really important for newer accounts because it's one of the best ways to get epic and legendary skill books. You cannot rely as a newer player on getting events and tournaments knocked out to a level to get those kind of rewards. Not to mention the 4 and 5 chickens, which also save you a ton of time and energy. So these rewards, these advanced quests, you want to knock out as often as possible. You should be striving every single day to defeat all of these advanced quests so that you can not only get the resources they provide, like extra energy. I mean, there's what, 100 energy right there between those two, and then a full energy refill. Really good rewards for those advanced quests on top of the epic and legendary books. All right, getting back into Doom Tower here. One thing I do want to remind you is even though you haven't beat the normal level, you can still go into hard and get some work done there. As you can see here, I am stalled at the Scarab King on floor 170 in normal mode right now, but I've already started climbing in hard mode, and I've passed, 200 here for, that's the level. I've passed floor 20 in Doom Tower hard mode. I've used all my keys, or I would continue to try to keep climbing. And when I'm talking about using the full breadth of your roster here, I actually got stalled on like floor 2 or 3 with the lineup I was using, and I subbed in Man-Eater for a hero, and it took me all the way up to like 9. And then 9, I had to sub Man-Eater out. Because you're playing against different combinations of heroes here. You're going to have these epics and legendaries on this floor, but over here, you're going to have, you know, some Cupidus, and you're going to run into some Chaos. It's going to change every single time, which means you need to change your roster most times, especially once you get up in hard mode. Unless you have an uber hero like Armand's that can kind of clear a lot of floors, a lot of waves very quickly and easily, you're going to need to bounce your roster around. So if you're watching this video, you're probably a newer player of the game, and you are really going to have to bounce your roster around like I do to get through some of this more difficult content, which again, I think is fun. I love that challenge. Not only is it keeping you engaged in the game, but you're kind of learning which heroes do a good job of countering other heroes, which is going to help you in arena long-term and other just mechanics inside the game. It gives you an opportunity to understand which heroes perform which abilities, and then you're just going to be set for the game, knowing which ones will take out, you know, Magma Dragon or Scarab King or the Frost Spider. You're just going to plug and play right away because you know what's going on, because you've had to fight through those waves and those different levels. So Doom Tower, summarize. I think it's great. It gives you good rewards, mandatory ones for the Forge for some of that high-end gear. You're getting the energy, the silver, the gems along the way. It's just great across the board. I love the Doom Tower. Like I said, probably my favorite game mode inside of Raid. If you guys have thoughts, feelings, if I miss any tips or tricks about the Doom Tower, please put them in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming content. And as always, have fun, good luck.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.